Ever think about like all the data out there and then you think, what if a whole community, especially one that's maybe been overlooked, what if they decided to take control of all that information?
Yeah.
That's what we're diving into today, how tribal communities are using things like data sovereignty and cryptocurrency to honestly shape their own future.
It's really interesting when you think about all the talk about like individual data privacy these days, right?
Right.
This is different though. This is a whole community saying our data, it's valuable, it's an asset, we're going to control how it's used.
Yeah, and we actually have this great article from the Department of Technology that
Yeah.
breaks it all down. But like,
Yeah.
before we even get into that,
Okay.
what even ISS tribal data sovereignty?
So it's basically the right of these tribes, right, to govern all the data about their people, about their land, how it's used, who
Yeah.
owns it, healthcare records, cultural knowledge, even like financial stuff.
Whoa.
It's all under their control.
So it's like them saying, this is ours, we decide. Not the government, not some big company,
Exactly.
but the tribe themselves.
And that's actually where cryptocurrency comes in.
Okay, so this is interesting to me because I think a lot of people, they hear crypto, right? They think Bitcoin, they think like
Oh, yeah.
investments, volatility, all that.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're saying it's more than that in this case.
It's way more than that.
Okay.
Think of it like a tool
Okay.
to give them power.
Okay.
Because cryptocurrency, it gives them these systems, right,
Yeah.
that are secure, transparent, totally separate from like the big banks.
Which is huge, GE, especially if you're in a more remote community where maybe you don't even have a bank nearby.
Exactly, limited access, right?
Yeah.
This changes that.
So like someone could use cryptocurrency to, I don't know, buy something online, even if they don't have a bank account.
Exactly, exactly. And because of the way it's tracked on that blockchain,
Yeah.
everything is really secure.
Okay, so help me understand this, because we were talking about data sovereignty. Now we're talking about money. Like, how do those two connect?
So the connection is control, right?
Okay,
Because it's the tribe that has the control over these systems.
not some big bank. Okay,
Not at all.
got it.
This is about them. And it can really have, like, tangible effects on people's lives.
Okay, now we're talking, that's what I want to get into. Like, what does that actually look like? Okay, now we're talking, that's what I want to get into. Like, what does it actually look like?
So picture this.
Okay.
You're living in, like, a really remote area, right?
Okay.
Hours from a bank, if they're even IS1.
Yeah.
But with cryptocurrency,
Yeah.
you can just buy things online, send money to your family, even start a business.
Wow.
And you don't need a bank to do it.
That's huge. I mean, that changes everything.
It really does.
And it's bigger than that, right? It's not just like the financial stuff.
Way bigger.
It's about protecting what's important to these communities.
Exactly. Think about all the cultural knowledge,
Yeah.
language, ceremonies, the stuff that makes them unique.
Yeah.
This way, they can be, like, digitally preserved,
Okay.
protected,
Yeah.
controlled by the tribe,
It's theirs.
It's theirs, exactly.
That's what really hit me in this article.
Yeah.
It's not just about protecting what they have. It's about the future,
Absolutely.
Like, it even mentioned new jobs, new skills.
Oh, yeah, this tech is creating jobs.
Yeah.
Blockchain development, data analysis, all that.
Wow. And those could be jobs for people in the tribe.
Exactly. Exactly. They could be the ones building this stuff
Yeah,
for their
fun.
own communities.
That's so cool. Sustainable,
Totally.
And I think the article mentioned something about governance, too, like making better decisions.
Oh, for sure. When you have good data, you can make better decisions, right?
Right.
So, like, tribal governments could use that data
Yeah.
to address healthcare needs,
Okay.
manage resources, even, like, tailor education programs.
So it's like all this data, it's always been there.
Wow.
But now they can use it to make things better.
Exactly. Exactly. And we haven't even gotten to the economic side of things yet.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, yeah. The article mentions this term,
Okay.
ethical data monetization,
Yeah.
and it's pretty revolutionary.
Okay, so I got to ask,
Yeah.
ethical and data monetization in the same sentence? How does that work? Okay, so I got to ask,
Yeah.
ethical and data monetization in the same sentence. How does that work?
It's a good question because, like, usually when we hear about this stuff,
Yeah,
it's big companies taking our data, making money, and we don't see any of it.
right, exactly.
But this is different.
Okay.
This is about tribes setting their own rules.
Okay.
They decide who gets access, what they use it for.
Okay.
And this is the big one. They get a share of the profits.
Okay, so like, give me an example. How would that even work?
So say there's like a research group
Okay.
and they want to study I don't know, some kind of health issue.
Yeah.
That's common in a certain tribe.
Mm.
In the past, they might have just studied them, collected the data,
Yeah.
maybe even developed treatments, and the tribe wouldn't see any of the money.
Right. Makes sense.
But with data sovereignty, the tribe can say, hold on, this is our information.
Yeah.
We decide.
I like it.
They work with the researchers, make sure everything's ethical, and then they get a share of the profits.
Oh, wow. So it benefits everybody.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
And the article even talked about using blockchain for more than just, like, the money part.
Yeah, it mentioned tokenization. Right. What is that exactly?
It's kind of like creating a digital version of something,
Okay.
but on the blockchain. So instead of having a piece of paper that says you own some land,
Yeah.
you'd have a digital token that represents that ownership.
And you could like buy or sell that token just like you would with the actual land.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's all secure, transparent, because it's on the blockchain.
And it's not just land, right? It could be anything.
It could be natural resources. It could be like cultural artifacts. The possibilities are kind of endless.
Wow. When you think about all this, the data, sovereignty, the cryptocurrency, it's really giving these communities
Yeah.
a chance to control their own destinies.
I think so. It's about more than just preserving the past.
Right.
It's about thriving in the future. And I think that's really exciting.
It really is. And it makes you think, what else is out there? What happens when we start using technology to empower communities in this way?
It's an exciting time.
It really is. Well, that's about all the time we have for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us. And until next time, keep exploring.